Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bunkhouse Podcast. Of course, you know my name. It's Epicz. And I'm joined by my co-host, Eccy Reviews, Dino Joe Reviews,
Well, hey.
Alex Custis.
Hello
So,
there.
today's episode, we're going to be looking at today's announcements at San Diego Comic-Con and more specifically, the Marvel presentation and the future of the MCU as a whole. So I'm going to assume you guys have seen all the news today because we're going to be talking about a lot of them and some other stuff. Overall thoughts, quick one word maybe. One word to describe today's presentation. I think, for me, mediocre.
Yeah, I'd say mixed. I think.
I'd say just interesting.
I'd say potential.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has put me off, but some stuff that's put me on. So we're going to start with some generic quick-fire questions. For example, the favorite MCU movie. We've all got one. I wonder if some of ours are actually kind of similar. For me personally, I think I'm going to have to go with Infinity War.
Yeah, mine would be Infinity War as well.
Yeah, same.
Interesting. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Solid
I
pick.
love that film. It's so good.
Now, the next question I've got is more like a thinking one. If you could have a superpower from an MCU character, what would you take and have, I guess? So, like, if you chose Captain America, you got the super serum, you got, like, strength, Iron Man. Iron Man, if you get Iron Man, you don't get the money. You just get, the suit. Even I'm stuck on this.
Iron Man would be a crap one if you didn't have the money, because you'd have that suit, and to charge it, your electric bill would be through the fucking roof.
Solar panels all over it so you can fly.
Then you got to install the solar panels. Good luck getting them on the cheap.
Yeah.
I think the super serum is a good one.
Yeah, that's the one. I think. Do you know what? I don't have a clue because the films are crap. But Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. What's her name? Chavez. The one who
America Chavez.
Yeah, I'd pick her because obviously she can jump everywhere, can't she? It's like Jumper, but
Yeah, I was gonna say like Doctor Strange because he's got the teleport ring.
Oh yeah.
I was also thinking like
magic ring.
Loki's a good. I think Loki's a decent shout.
Yeah.
I'm struggling because super serum would be cool. Loki's magic's amazing in the show. Thor's lightning is also pretty cool. I think overall I probably have to go with Loki's magic as well. Just because it's sick it's sick in the show, to be fair.
Yeah, serum for me, I think it's discreet and you could use it to your advantage. So you don't have to like announce yourself as a superhero, but you'd be the best at pretty much every single athletics thing in the world if you wanted to. And yeah, just would be really handy day-to-day life rather than being like a hero just to get by. Imagine that, just like running around rings people for fun, but you don't look like over the top and just being like automatically jacked. Happy days. Eat what you want, drink what you want.
Yeah,
lovely news. Doesn't get drunk though, which is a shame.
Yeah.
God. I feel like you have to drink a lot as well, wouldn't you? That'd be the best. So imagine it's like an alcoholic drink you actually enjoy drinking. Like imagine smashing 20 tequila roses in a row and nothing happens.
Something would happen. You'd get taken the piss out of.
Some of them at that point, you might as well just drink strawberry milkshake if you're not going to get drunk drinking it.
I think the last quick fire question I got for you guys. I know we're not all a fan of the show format that the MCU's gone in, but have you got a favorite?
Loki, easily.
Yeah, I think Loki for me personally.
Yeah, I think Loki's the best thing that they've done TV show wise. It's the only thing that I really care about, or like is worth paying attention to actually move the MCU forward. I think a lot of it, except from if Vision ever comes back, a lot of it's kind of just been forgotten about. Maybe Mephisto in Ironheart at some point. Oh, is it, well, one of the announcements potentially, but
yeah, well, he's in Ghost Rider as well, isn't he?
yeah. So, but I mean, you won't have to watch it for him to basically be reintroduced in that again, innit? So
it's one of them as well where I feel like with Loki as well, if like the Kang stuff would have happened, it was like a really great way of doing it. Like I think the ending to season 1's fucking mint, like a proper boss ending to the first one.
The ending to season 2 though is also great. The music in that, brilliant. But I think I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball in here. I don't think you probably expect it, but my favorite is Hawkeye.
Oh,
I like Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye is good.
Hawkeye, it reminds me a little bit, not a lot. Obviously, as a fan of the comics, it reminds me a little bit of the story My Life as a Weapon, which is very much like a more grounded experience of Hawkeye, where he kind of knows that he's not everyone's favorite and whatever because he shoots arrows, like what's important about him. But he's more of like a city level hero rather than him being like an Avenger. And just that concept, them following that and putting it into a series was just great to see personally. And plus the introduction of obviously Haley Steinfeld's what's her name now? Why have I forgot it? Kate Bishop. Why did I forget that? Kate Bishop and then Yelena Belova as well. Seeing her again. Brill.
Amazing.
I think my problem with Hawkeye is just because it's set in New York at Christmas and there's no Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They just like that whole aspect of it where it's like outside the Rockefeller and all that and what's going on. Kingpin as well, obviously. Like there is no way in hell that Spider-Man isn't in or around that. And if like they're gonna either have to excuse it somehow or whatever, because did that come out like
they were the same,
year
it was like
after?
the same time because like I remember like, Hawkeye and like they was really close together and everyone was like like because obviously swings over Rockefeller and No Way Home, doesn't it?
It was the same timeline. Hawkeye's right after the end of No Way Home.
Exactly.
It's the same Christmas period.
Exactly.
Oh, right, yeah.
But there is no chance that he's not dropping in there. And it would have been, I know like we complain about Cameo Fest and stuff like that, but as like continuity wise, it doesn't make sense for him not to be there. Unless they show it at the start of Brand New Day, maybe that he literally like rocks up when it's all finished. But again, like
you're just going to bring me onto a point. I was going to bring up Thunderbolts was obviously set in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, and there is a rumor that we'll talk about later because we're going to be talking about Brand New Day, just touching on Tadley because our next episode's going to be like the whole review of it. But there is a rumor that there's a character in Thunderbolts in Brand New Day. So hopefully they talk about, whole of New York being taken by the Void.
Yeah.
No mention of Spider-Man in the film at all. I think like he's not in the show because maybe like logistics, so like Sony Marvel. But then like you think about Thunderbolts and it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Especially that Sentinel like fucking blowing shit up and that. Like there's no way Spider-Man wouldn't turn up to that.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with like ideas in my head of like why he wouldn't be there, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you are right. I think the only other thing I could think of is like New York's a big city, but yeah,
it is, but it's not.
That's the thing.
Like it is, but it's
when
not.
he lives central as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, yeah, you're right. But yeah.
Okay, now let's move on to, I would say, the main portion of our episode, and it's their presentation that Marvel had today at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I think the best way to go about this is just going in order of what they announced. So the first announcement was the re-release of Endgame in Infinity Vision, which is just nothing really. It's just a label. What do you guys think? Are you going to watch it when it comes out? Again, for me, honestly, I think if my timings, like schedule-wise, like match up with a showing, I'll probably go and see it again.
Maybe, I don't know. It depends if say there's nothing out and I'm not really bothered. Like I won't go out my way to watch it, but if it's one of them where it's like I fancy going to cinema, like recently, because obviously Odyssey's out, nothing's really been coming out. It's been a bit dead in cinema since Odyssey. So like, I'm kind of like craving going to the cinema. So if it was kind of like that, whenever it does release, if it's kind of that period in time where I fancy going, I'll watch it. But I'm not really that fussed about seeing it in the cinema again.
I will, I think, just because they're adding bits to it, aren't they? Apparently, like I think there's going to be the odd scene maybe that they're extending, and there's obviously going to be a post credit that sets up Doomsday in some regard.
Oh, if they do that, I'll be there. Oh, if they show like there's footage or something, I'll be there.
Yeah, I think they're extending scenes that marries Endgame up to Doomsday.
Oh, right.
Setting up in some way. So if they release it like the week before it comes out, I probably will, just to like to build up hype. Because I know like after I watch that, I'll be really excited for Doomsday, and then like that whole Doomsday thing will be more I'll be more buzzing for it, I suppose.
Yeah. I think I will go watch it in the cinema, and I think it would mainly just to be kind of get a little bit of the hint of the feeling of what it was like to watch Endgame when it first released. Because that was a really good point in like the Marvel sort of cinematic sort of universe. I think when it was all coming to an end. So, well, it didn't come to an end, but you know what I mean, like ending the Infinity Saga. And mainly, I just rewatch it, one, for the extra scenes, two, if they show anything for Doomsday, like even if it's a small snippet of like 2 minutes of the film, like great, I'll probably go have a look, see what they're showing.
It's brave, isn't it? It's brave, like re-releasing that so close to it, because like Infinity War and Endgame is like peak MCU, isn't it? So like to release that just before Doomsday comes out. If it doesn't, I don't think it will reach anywhere near the height of it personally, but if it's not even like within the same breath to an extent, it's going to make a lot of people go, well, what's the point?
I think it's one of them where if Doomsday's like great, I think it'll be one of them where people have been more excited for Secret Wars, because Secret Wars is like the biggest thing what Marvel can really do. So I feel like if that Doomsday gives you that Infinity War feeling, like losing some big characters, what are being like rumored and that, I feel like it'll lead into Secret Wars being a much better film and a bit more excitement around it.
Yeah, I agree.
I was going to bring it up later. Honestly, I think I'm more excited for Secret Wars and what it could be compared to Doomsday.
Yeah, I think it's one of them where I know Kevin Feige's come out and said like a lot of people were saying there was more of a build up to Infinity War and Thanos, and he said he only had like a few little scenes, but I think it was more like the Infinity Stones and stuff layered throughout the film, and it was like if you was like an like a Marvel fan, you could like, oh, there's an Infinity Stone, and it was one of them where it felt more of a lead up. Where this is like, I feel like Doomsday is kind of like a reset button, and it's like, right, forget about the last 5 or 6 years of all this fucking shit. A little bit of good in there. We're going to give you Doomsday. It's going to be like the old stuff. It's going to be really good. Set you up for Secret Wars. Then, like, looking at the timeline of everything what's coming out, obviously, I know we're going to talk about some of the stuff like Ghost Rider and that. I feel like Marvel needs to really cut back on giving us too much to take in. Like, too many TV shows, too many movies or whatever. I feel like 2 movies a year, like it used to be, it'd be perfect. And maybe like 1 show. And I feel like that'd be pretty solid. Because obviously, back in the day when we used to get all the really good Marvel stuff, MCU stuff, we used to get a bit of like Marvel with, like we used to get Daredevil and Punisher and that on Netflix, and that was sound. But I feel like with Disney Plus have done it, it's a bit shit. Like I think Loki and WandaVision was good, Hawkeye was decent, but then they went and did like fucking Secret Wars and shit like that, what no one talks about, and they kind of like not even like they kind of fucked what Marvel done previously, like all the stuff with what's his name, Rhodes, like where he was apparently a fucking Skrull in Endgame and shit like that.
Secret Invasion and that.
Yeah. I think there has been a subtle build up to this, because I know like the comparison is like, oh yeah, well, Thanos was teased in post credit for a long time, but in reality, like you just said about the story of Infinity Stones, that was the main tease. Where now the main tease for this, from what like the rumored plot of it's going to be, is about like Doom trying to end the multiverse basically and end incursions and all that. Obviously, we've had like multiversal stuff for what 7 years now, 6 years, and it's that is the build up, is like trying to end it all. I know, like obviously the Kang stuff throws a spanner in the works, and that's what people kind of put their mind to. But if this is like the whole plot of it is Doom like showing up to get rid of the multiverse, I to be honest, I don't mind it, and I don't mind if they're going to introduce him as like either a variant of Stark and he became Doom in this universe, or Tony Stark was actually a Doctor Doom variant in our universe or whatever. It kind of makes sense that he's just showing up now because effectively his universe is new or whatever. So I'm interested to see how they do it.
Have you seen the stuff where I think someone asked? They've been asked, didn't they, at the panel yesterday about are they going to notice about like it being Tony Stark? And apparently they're saying like they're not going to do that, which I think is weird as fuck.
Yeah, but they say stuff like that all the time.
Like, I hope they don't. It'd be weird for it to be him and not even reference it at all. Like everyone's already said, as soon as it got announced, like it'd be sick for to see Tom Holland see him and be like, "Holy shit!" Like a bit like a fucking "what the hell's going on" moment. I feel like that'd be really good.
They will do. There's no way they bring him into it and they just act like he just looks the same. It's genuinely impossible. Really weird. It's just typical. It's typical Marvel.
Yesterday, I think they said they're going to show his face in Secret Wars.
Oh right, so they might do it there. Then fair enough.
Yeah, I was going to say because has Tom Holland even been officially confirmed or announced that he's going to be in Doomsday?
No.
Well, it might not be, but there's a few people who've not yet been announced. Obviously, like when you watch the trailer and stuff, you can see they've cut people out of the trailer, like standing in certain places, and I think they said like a few more people are going to get announced, and there's a lot of secret stuff we don't know about Doomsday about people who are going to be in it. So,
I was just going to say I've got a great theory for all of that, and I think we'll do like a whole theory bit in a bit. So I was literally just going to say like I'm going to save my bit for that. But I think with the end game, like the post credit scene that might have a Doomsday, it's one of those things. Is like, do I watch the whole film just for that, or do I just wait until someone just shows it online?
I think it's mainly just to watch it as a reminder that the MCU still could be good, and it was really good because, like, obviously 7 years is a long time, and we've had majority 7 years of slop. So I think it's a reminder. It's like, don't put all your eggs in one basket and just assume this is going to be bad, because when it's good, it is really good. And these are the same people that made those films. So
yeah.
So the next announcement they made during the presentation, I think out of the announcements, probably the most hyped off the top of my head, I would say. And that is Ryan Gosling playing Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
and Sean Levy directing it. Thoughts on Ghost Rider? Honestly, the character doesn't really intrigue me that much, but that's just because the Nicolas Cage films pretty much ruined any interest. Sean Levy directing, yeah, not the best choice.
See, obviously there's been a lot of talks of Ryan Gosling playing Ghost Rider for years anyway. And I like Ryan Gosling. I think he's like a solid actor. I think he's got enough to do Ghost Rider. And then obviously I feel like he'd be good, and I was really excited. And then seeing like the cast, and you got like Logan Lerman, who's like obviously kind of like the villain. And then you've got like there's like the cast is absolutely stacked. And then when I seen Sean Levy's directing it, I was just like, fuck's sake, like he's shit. Like he's actually shit. Like it proper dampens it. It's the same with like the Star Wars thing, obviously. Ryan Gosling, like doing a Star Wars film, you're like, oh yeah, Mia Goth, Ryan Gosling. It's like Sean Levy's directing. You're like, fucking hell, it's probably gonna be shit then.
Apparently, Kevin Feige's seen it, and apparently it's very good. But
he's gonna say that. He's not gonna go, oh, he's fucking done a shit job here.
That bloke we've just hired, he's wank.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He said apparently it's meant to be really good, and I am looking forward to Starfighter. But it's gonna be interesting. But that's different topic.
Yeah, but you're like Mandalorian and Grogu. It's fucking wank.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It is very like anticlimactic, and it's very like, oh, Ryan Gosling's joining Marvel. Oh, and Sean Levy's directing his film. But then saying that, a lot of people on their first watch of Deadpool and Wolverine thought it was the bollocks, and then when they rewatched it, thought it was bollocks. So it'd be interesting. But yeah, it kind of is proper extinguished my hype for it as soon as they said he was directing. When he walks out on stage with Ryan, you're just like, well, okay.
It's like that clip in Ted 2. It's like, new Superman. Oh, yeah. Jonah Hill. Fuck.
Yeah, that is literally what it feels like. It's one of them where, like, Ghost Rider, it needs to be, like, dark and gritty, and Sean Levy isn't good at that at all. It's going to be, like, comedic. It's like getting fucking... what's his name who did Thor Ragnarok? Getting him to do something like you need a bit more...
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, you need someone a bit, like, darker. I don't know. I can't think of a director off the top of my head, but surely there's someone else who they could have got for to do it.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
It's just been in a Star Wars film.
Christopher Nolan.
Imagine.
Yeah, it needs to be like a thriller, doesn't it? Like proper.
Yeah, it needs to be dark. Like, that's what you want from, like, a Ghost Rider. It's like, you know, like a bit like, you know, like Werewolf by Night. Like, get like, is it Michael Giacchino or whatever his name is, who did the score and stuff? Get him for doing it. He fucking smashed Werewolf by Night. Give him Ghost Rider. Give him a feature-length film. It'd be sick.
I think the one positive of Sean Levy being the director that I will literally hold up my hands and say is, like, all the films he's done, they're action-orientated. They're always under budget. They're always, you know, properly scheduled and released on time. Out of all the films, I don't think I've given any of them a really bad rating off the top of my head. Some of them are, like, you know, mediocre. I'm not going to watch again. But I think they're all consistently decent enough. And I think with Ghost Rider, if he puts the action in, puts in time with the lore, we don't know how Star Wars is going to be. So I think that would be a good indicator how he can do with, like, lore in a big franchise. I don't think it's the worst shout. But like you guys said, I think a horror director would definitely be better.
Yeah, when bloody Johnny comes out, his head lights on fire, and then you get a statue in the corner go, "Dum dum, you give me gum gum."
Ghost Rider, it could be a good indicator for Midnight Suns, which I think would be a class film. You know, Blade, Avengers, you know, Ghost Rider. I think Wealth by Night will be in it. What's his Kit Harington? Remembering him in Eternal?
Black Knight,
yeah.
In it.
He'll probably be in Midnight Suns. Moon Knight would be a good shout. And I think if they're going to do Midnight Suns after Secret Wars, Doctor Strange. Because I think he'll be like, I don't think he's like good enough to lead the Avengers now.
No. Midnight Suns will be like a good one, like a group, like a good little group. And I feel like you might get them all together in Secret Wars. Like, we can obviously Ghost Riders before. No, it's not. Is it after Secret Wars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's after. Never mind. He might show up in Secret Wars, to be honest, though.
I think
Spider-Man, you know, like where he shows up in Civil War, and then you got Homecoming.
If they're announcing it this early and they've already cast him, I think it's like when they did Blade, and then I don't know how long Eternals came out afterwards, and obviously he did that post credit scene.
Still waiting.
I would have loved to have seen that Blade film, to be honest, but I don't think it's ever going to happen now, is it?
Well, if you rewatch Sinners, you can have a look at all the costumes if you want.
Yeah,
all the costumes for Blade were used in Sinners.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Because I think Blade was going to be like 1920s or something, right?
Yeah, they filmed it all. Well, I think they filmed even off all of it before they fucked it off.
I did not know that. Okay, right, fair enough.
The third
Somebody take me. Sorry.
Literally Blade saying to all the studios. The third announcement was Doomsday overall. I think there was like mini-school announcements, like Haley Atwell's back as Peggy, which I think we all assumed.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds did some questions as Deadpool in like the grey costume. I don't know what the reference is besides like Deadpool 2 when he gets blown up, right?
It's a suit from the comics, isn't it? Like grey Deadpool.
Yep. Yep.
Did you see that he was walking? Did you see that he was walking around Comic-Con as well, like beforehand? Like there's like people getting pictures of him. Obviously, they didn't know Ryan Reynolds was inside of it, which is funny.
Seems like
it's like made of denim, I think, that suit.
Yeah, it looks. I like this. It's a cool suit. It's like a cool design.
Oh, so you could say it's a Jean Grey.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, that will touch on Jean Grey later on. And they also showed a new poster for Doomsday. You guys seen it?
Yeah, it looks sick.
Cool.
Yeah,
it looks tough.
Mhm.
They also showed a trailer. I watched it. Blurry, grainy, pixelated. Didn't see literally anything besides Magneto in a helmet and
some Sentinels.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's been everyone like the leaks got for that were ages ago. But now it just confirms that the leaks were true.
Which makes me angry because there's some supposed leaks that I'm very angry about.
My theory, Doom's part of the Fantastic Four universe. I think that's pretty obvious now. They've talked about it a lot.
Well, they said Reed Richards and I think they kind of hinted that there was friends in that universe. And
the trailer they showed, I honestly think it's a better trailer than the trailer we got 2 weeks ago when it released.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole part where Reed's literally shaking Doom, like, "What have you done? What have you done?" And I think there's adds to obviously their relationship together.
Yeah.
I think all this we talked about the Infinity Stones, how they built up as a prop and an object to really follow along. And obviously the first instance of the Infinity Stones was in Captain America First Avenger with the Tesseract. And obviously that was 2011, Endgame 2019, so a whole 8 years of build-up. And this is going to be multiversal incursions, which only really got touched on in No Way Home and Doctor Strange 2, and then they just
and
got
Loki.
rid of it, I guess.
Yeah,
Loki as well. So there's not much of a build-up, and I think most of the plot, which I think is going to be around that, Doom, Reed Richards, not Reed,
and Steve Rogers, I think,
going back time, having a family, and then that causes an incursion to kill Doom's family, and that's why Doom's so angry and wants to kill everyone. Basically, I think that's the theory that I have. And then obviously, I think Doomsday is just going to be Infinity War. At the end, everyone dead, and then a couple of people survive for Secret Wars. And this is what I was saying about Secret Wars, because I think if they do it properly and they do it differently to everything they've done so far, Secret Wars, 1600s medieval time. I think just changing the setting for a whole thing like that would just be so much more interesting and exciting to watch. But that's just what I think so far about Doomsday.
I'm sure that's what happened in one of the comics. I'll have to double check because I've never actually read Secret Wars. But in one of them, they did Battle Worlds was taking place in a 1600s medieval time, which could be interesting to see on screen. But yeah, I'll have to double check. I'm sure that is an actual thing though.
So, what do you guys think about what could happen in Doomsday? I know there's a bunch of leaks. The leaks could honestly be true, considering what we've seen.
I hope they're bloody not. Something I saw, maybe Christmas time last year. Basically, Eccy and I went to One Bite After Another last year, and obviously saw Tobey Maguire, and that's when they were apparently at the end of their filming. So we were like, "Oh shit, he's going to be in Doomsday," buzzing for it originally, and then there was some plot rumors that literally the film opens with Tobey Maguire in his New York fighting Wolverine and Deadpool, who are trying to destroy their world, and they've been sent by the X-Men to destroy their world to stop an incursion in theirs. So, and then the rumor is that Deadpool escapes before this world blows up, but the world blows up and it kills Wolverine and it kills Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And if that happens at the start, I will be fuming. I'll be absolutely fuming because I think it's a pretty overall consensus that the best Marvel films, live action Marvel films at least, are the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, at least the first two for most people. So to bring him back so well in No Way Home and then kill him off at the start, I'll be livid, mate.
Yeah, because all them images got leaked ages ago, didn't they? Of like Gambit, Tobey Maguire and stuff, all like kind of damaged, like they've been fighting and stuff. So it is a possibility, and like same for you. So like Tobey Maguire, like I can understand him showing up, like he's older. I can imagine him like Secret Wars fighting, whatever. Totally fine, but like to go in his world and kill like all that, it's just like it's a bit. Like the issue, like a lot of people have with Deadpool and Wolverine, is like it's kind of tarnished, like Logan, and like that and Wolverine's story, which I can kind of understand in parts. Like well, I know Hugh Jackman said like, oh yeah, I came back for the script and that, but he probably got paid a fuck ton of money if it said that. And it's one of them where like Deadpool and Wolverine, like I went to the early screening for it, watched like the first 45 minutes. I went with like a crowd what were all excited, and I was like, oh yeah, that was well good. And then when I went to the cinema, watched the first 45 minutes again, I didn't laugh at all. And then the second half of the film is the biggest pile of shit ever. It is so bad. And I came into that film well disappointed. And then I was even more annoyed. I was like, they actually have like ruined Logan a little bit, because it's like that story's come back. And like, if I do that with Tobey Maguire, just get fucked.
Yeah.
Genuine question: have you guys seen the apparent leaks for Secret Wars? Then
I've seen the Doomsday one.
Not really.
They haven't filmed Secret Wars yet, so I don't really think the leaks are going to be 100% true.
Yeah, so
I do know what you mean about the Tobey Maguire thing. I think personally, if they're going to do that whole intro, it just means they're going to survive into Secret Wars, honestly.
Yeah, but if they destroy his world and that whole... This my thing. If they destroy that universe, like the arcs in the Maguire trilogy shit on all of the arcs in pretty much everything MCU, in my opinion. So if they like basically... if he manages to escape or something, but it destroys his world...
Yeah,
I just think it's a bit of a piss take, and it's like, why would you tarnish like one of the best things that's come out of your franchise? And that's like the first live action proper thing that Marvel Studios did with like Stan Lee and stuff. Can you imagine if like Stan Lee watched this and they basically just not erased it, but they're basically just getting rid of like his first major triumph on a big screen? Really, I just think it's a bit of a piss take.
Yeah. You know why they're doing it, right? This reaction you've got now is like, I can't believe they've done this. And then obviously at the end of Secret Wars, they're going to be back. The world's going to be back, But they're doing it because Doomsday, they want people lauding. They want people feeling stuff. And destroying Tobey Maguire and killing him off and Wolverine at the same time in the first 5 minutes of a film is going to make people berserk. Like, you're angry about it and you haven't even watched it yet.
True.
I think the whole...
Leave that Tobey alone.
Yeah.
I think the whole concept of the film is going to be, though, that obviously if the incursion things and all of that jazz is obviously that Doom's trying to stop him, then it kind of makes sense that he's kind of, they're being destroyed, and then eventually he'll just create one himself or something like that. So all that there's one left, which will be Battle World, and then it will be like a fight between whoever's left, or whoever still remembers anything, or whatever the story's going to be, to then obviously save the rest and bring it all back. It'll be like another Infinity War situation where it'll be like, everyone's dead. Oh no, you've only got 6 Avengers left, and then it's just, they're all back now. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw it. There was like a leaked image, Vision, Star-Lord, and Young Avengers around a table, like a food market.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like concept art for Secret Wars. Alex, I don't know if you've seen it.
What was this? Sorry.
It was like a leaked image of like White Vision, the Young Avengers, and Star-Lord. This is why I think like the Vision show, because it's like right before Doomsday comes out, I think the characters in Vision show are going to survive and remember what happened into Secret Wars, and they're like the main characters. And obviously Star-Lord, like they're not going to touch Guardians of the Galaxy, but Star-Lord, they made that whole thing at the end, like he's the infamous Star-Lord, he's coming back. and not Guardians. So I think this is like an easy way to just shove him into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like we say about Doomsday about like if it's like if it is about like obviously Doctor Doom like shutting all the multiverse stuff down. If it's one of them where all that's going to happen, people are going to die, blah blah blah, and then Secret Wars is kind of like a reversal stage for put everyone back into their own universe, cut all the fucking multiverse shit out. I'm all there for it. And then obviously from Secret Wars then go into, I think they want to do the mutant saga next.
Yeah.
Like that'd be boss. Like that'd probably bring me back in because I feel like the multiverse thing is took any like risk factor out of anything because it's like you can just bring anybody back if you wanted to, and it leaves too many doors open. And I hate all the cameo stuff, and it's one of them where people expect cameos in every film, every franchise going there. It's like when fucking Disclosure Day and everyone thought E.T. was going to make a cameo at end of Disclosure Day. It's just like, are you actually serious? I hate the cameo stuff. Like, fair enough. Like, I think they've done most of the cameos now. There's not really anyone who I can think in like Marvel, MCU, who I could see coming back. Like, off top, I think they've literally brought anyone back who we care about. Obviously, what?
I was just going to say, I saw an image. Imagine Secret Wars. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Eric Bana as the Hulk.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't even mind that. It's like I wouldn't even mind in Secret Wars seeing all them characters together. And then like that's it. Then after like Secret Wars, just cut it off. And then I'd be in Mutant Saga. I'd be there.
That's the best Hulk as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Ruffalo in Brand New Day is going to change it up.
No. I'm glad they've got rid of that smart Hulk though. That was shit.
Yeah.
The normal Hulk's the worst thing they've ever done with Hulk.
I think with the announcement as Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider as well, I honestly think it might be good odds to say he'll be a main character in Secret Wars. If they do like a Battle World thing where it's a new setting, most of the characters have been reset, like their memories just like completely new, and there's only like a smidge of like heroes who actually remember everything and have to try and fix everything back. Just having characters are like from this, it'll be nostalgia a lot because let's say Toby's in the lead or something like that. It could be like someone else like Tom Holland. But I think that having those characters and having Ryan Gosling in there as well, it's just I don't see a world where I'm not sitting there opening night, midnight release if those characters are the lead.
Yeah.
You know what? I am thinking about like if Doom was to kind of just delete everything and then just make Battle World or just use a single world and have Battle World, and like he wipes everyone's memory, whatever, like you just said, there would be a few characters that actually would still remember anyway. Like main ones I'm thinking of is Franklin, probably. I know he's only a kid, but he's like meant to be the most powerful thing in the universe, especially in the comics. It's mental. Probably Wiccan as well, Billy Maximoff. They're obviously him being the son of the Scarlet Witch, and his powers are pretty cool as well. I also do think Doom would probably be petty enough to like keep some people's memories alive. Like if the whole thing of like, oh, Steve caused this incursion, whatever, he'd 100% keep Steve's memories just to say, well, fuck you, kind of thing. But yeah,
that ties into someone I was just going to mention when you brought Franklin.
Yeah.
There's a rumor that, well, we've seen the clips of Steve having a kid.
Yeah.
There's a rumor Doom literally kills his kid right in front of him. And I think if they're going to take Doom down that path of like killing kids, I think he's definitely going to absorb Franklin.
Who Oh, you mean like he killed Steve's kid, not Franklin?
Yeah, he killed Steve's kid, but I'm saying at the end, he could absorb Franklin's powers and just do everything, you know? That's how he makes Battle World or something.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to kill a kid, he's going to do anything.
Yeah, I just don't know if I could see like Disney doing that.
I think if that's going to set, I think that sets more of a precedent as the intro of the film, rather than what's the rumor is. Because if he literally
it makes sense if like with the teaser what we got where Captain America's like on his motorbike. If he came home and like for instance Peggy and the baby's been killed or something like that, that'd be a good way for intro it. And you'd be like,
Yeah, that's how they said last night. Oh, she's coming back. It's just a.
I've died twice into this decade.
There's a rumor like she's going to play one of those Doom witches things. They keep
yeah.
I'm like, whatever. I know, like, what's the other rumor? Like Sylvie and Clea, so Charlie's Theron will be back. And there's a leak. Well, we don't know if it's true. Obviously, these leaks are just like, could be fabricated. Doctor Strange is working for Doom.
Really?
So, like, they're going to make the third film about these incursions. And I think basically what they've done is got rid of that film and then made Doomsday, and then they're going to do like a 5-minute segment of Doom meeting Clea and Doctor Strange in the multiverse.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And obviously, like, Doctor Strange, like, he handed over the stone because he knew it was the only way out. I think it's kind of going to be like one of those things where he knows the only way out of this is to work for Doom, even though he knows it's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, and then it doesn't remember like Peter Parker or anything as well. So you've got all that stuff after No Way Home as well, haven't you? Interesting. It's mad, isn't it? Do you know what? It's mad because like talking about it now, I'm getting fucking excited.
That is going to be. It's the 18th, isn't it? It's the 18th of December.
Yeah,
it comes out on
a mental day, isn't it?
I think for the UK we're getting it early. They always release it a day early.
Oh yeah, us. So get on the 7th. See, it's one of them where it's like I'm a big Dune lover, but it's one of them where I care more. Not care more. Sounds awful because I care more about Dune, but I kind of want to watch Doomsday first because I don't want it spoiled.
Exactly.
So it's like I hope we do get Doomsday Day early. Then I've got 18th for Dune, but I think I would probably watch like old man's. I probably would watch Doomsday first because I don't want it spoiled. Even though I don't really care about the MCU, I still don't want it spoiled.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat. If they did both of them as a midnight release, I think I'd watch Doomsday over Dune because I know that if I walk into that lobby afterwards, nobody is spoiling Dune for me. But if I walk out, because I had that for Infinity War, I was walking in, and there was people like theorizing and stuff, and then as I walked out, people were spoiling it for other people. And when I rewatched it the same day. Later on, and people were doing that. They were coming out their screenings and they were ruining it for other people. Not even like on purpose. It's just because
they're excited.
They're excited about it and they're talking, going, "Fucking hell, can't believe everyone dies." And someone's going in, going, "Huh?"
Yeah, I've watched Doomsday. Like, say, I think. Do you know what? I won't be surprised if Dune probably will get midnight screenings, but I'd be more inclined to watch. Like, I go and watch Doomsday midnight, and then I just go and watch the first screening of Dune, probably.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I was just going to say, say Doomsday, 8 o'clock showing, right? 2 hours 50. And then if June 3 has midnight, you got like a 50-minute break to then watch Dune.
Yeah.
Touching on, how you were saying when you walk out and like spoilers as well. There's a story, we watched Force Awakens, and the way like this cinema foyer is set up is like there's benches outside the IMAX screen for waiting for the film to finish and then cleaners to go in. But I don't think they do that anymore. This is like 11 years ago now. And I remember like, I don't know if it was when we was walking out or we was waiting for people to walk out, but someone was talking about Han Solo dying. And they nearly started. There was nearly a fight because someone said Han Solo died.
You'd be livid, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
There's sofas outside my screens now.
They have a little seat in it. Yeah, there's loads of seats outside of mine. Like inside it, I mean.
Nah, in my cinema, they're in the foyer where you can go get like your refreshments and whatever, and then that's it. Like, there's no seats anywhere else.
Sorry, not in there.
In ours, where you go, the concessions in the middle, and then the two halves are split with the screens either side. Between the toilets and all the screens, there's sofas between all of them.
Oh yeah, it's like that in Wigan. I don't go to that one, but when I go to like Odeon, it's like you kind of go through and you got the screens, and you come out to the lobby where the food is, and there's like little chairs and that. But in Wigan, it's like you said.
Yeah, we have the foyer, and they don't let you up into the screen until like 15 minutes before. And that's after the cleaners have gone as well.
Yeah.
Huh. Shit. I think for me, talking about Infinity War and Endgame, I was in high school when those movies released. So at school, it was genuinely like
I hope you were attending.
I was attending. But it was like it was just a spoiler fest for everyone. Luckily, I watched it like opening day. So like when we got to school, like no one had watched it, and then as soon as I finished, like come home, I watched it, whatever. But the next day, the amount of people that was coming in are being like for Endgame, being like, "Oh, Iron Man dies" down the hall was just fucking insane. And I was just like, I'd be so pissed, I'd be so annoyed if that was like I hadn't seen it. Yeah.
I remember we was in computer science. And me and my mates went to the midnight showing, and then computer science. We had school the day after. We went to computer science lesson. We were talking about it, and our teacher was just walking by and was literally saying, "If you guys keep talking about Infinity War spoilers, I'm giving you detention." And I'm like,
"If what year did Infinity War come out?
18.
So this was like the last year of sixth one for me.
Oh right, I was gonna say I was at work. I was like, I don't remember.
It was 22.
I was like working on site. No one cared.
I think it's just one of those things. It's like if a teacher, or like a person from a different generation to me who's watched it, is like that, like on point and like that livid about spoilers being out.
Yeah,
I think compared to like Doomsday now, like there's not much of like, oh, you hear about a leak or spoiler, you're like, okay, whatever.
I think people are more hush hush now and pretend they don't give a shit. When in reality, like it gets closer to it, and a lot of people care about it, and they pretend not to because it's been shit the last 6 years. Generally speaking, it's easy to go, oh yeah, I don't care, and then like even with us, like we've not even particularly cared, and then a trailer comes out and you go, yeah, I care again. I think.
Yeah, it's one of them where it's still always. It's like. It's one of them where, like, as you get older, and especially like us, like who watch like kind of like what people call you cinephiles, and you watch all the like independent films and stuff, and I love them. But like, it's like when obviously a lot of us have been doing like a little bit of a Spider-Man rewatch. You put Spider-Man on, I feel like 6 years old again. Like, I feel like a kid, and I'm watching there and I'm crying and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, it's like the best feeling ever. And like before we did this podcast, I was about halfway through Infinity War. And I was watching it, I was like, I miss this feeling. It is like the best feeling ever. And then, like we've all been talking about it, like going to like Odyssey and BFI IMAX is an unbelievable experience. But I wouldn't trade it for like Endgame midnight was like the best experience I've ever had in my life. Like everyone cheering, like celebrating, crying, coming out to the cinema. No Way Home, exactly the same. I remember crying when Tobey Maguire walks out. The best experience I've ever had in my cinema experience life. And yeah, and it's like, I'd choose them over any experience I've ever had in the cinema, them two, like Endgame, and like even ending Infinity War, but I feel like Endgame hit me more. Endgame and like No Way Home, best experiences I've ever had in the cinema. And if Doomsday, a little inkling of that, like, I love it. I don't care. Like, I'm like, I've been a Marvel hater like the last few years. I'll give props to Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. When they do a good job, I'll praise it. But it has been a lot of slop. And we know for a fact there's people who we talk to all the time and like who do TikTok and whatever, talk about movies and stuff. Everyone's going to be there opening night. Don't care what anyone says. Even all the people who hate the film will be there opening night. And they'll inside, they'll still enjoy it a little bit. I know there probably might be a little bit of slop there, but I think it's going to be good. I'm excited.
I think some of those people are definitely trying to get tickets, like early screenings, like day before and stuff as well.
They'll be emailing and stuff like that. Or, oh, have you got a +1? Can I come? So I'd do the same. If I can watch Doomsday a little bit early, I'll be surprised if they do because it's going to be spoilers galore. I don't even think. I think premiere or whatever it'll be that day off.
I think it'll be the same. If we get it in the UK a day early, the screening will be the same as that. I think.
Yeah, it's like I've got Spider-Man Tuesday. It's out Wednesday. Like that's probably the best you're gonna get for Doomsday, but it's gonna be that spoilery. I'd be surprised if they even do that.
It's like when Deadpool and Wolverine was like 2 hours before the midnight showings as well.
Yeah, and even when I got that 45 minutes early, they cut out the Henry Cavill cameo, and there was something else what they cut out. So they're still cutting stuff out, and they're saying, "Oh, here's the first 45 minutes." And really, you're not getting the first 45 minutes. You're getting what they want you to see. And most of that, like, there was nothing when I was watching that 45 minutes where I go out and be like, "Oh my god, you won't believe this! What happens?" Apart from like the opening with obviously Wolverine's skeleton, but after that, it's kind of basic. Yeah, windmilling him.
The final announcement of the Marvel presentation: Black Panther 3. David Johnson cast as T'Challa's son, also Black Panther. And the tweet I read was, "Oh, they're going to talk about large film format in like celluloid film." To me, that sounds like they're trying to make Black Panther 3 IMAX 70mm, but they don't want to mention that because of Infinity Vision at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. They said they're doing it in film, aren't they? So I think it's going to be IMAX 70mm because he's done it with Sinners. I think he's like, I think he's going to do the same with Black Panther.
So what's your guys' thoughts on David Johnson?
Unreal casting.
Yeah. Being the son.
So good. There's also, I was thinking earlier, if Daniel Kaluuya comes back for Black Panther, which I'm assuming so, that is 3 Rising Star Awards all in the same film as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know I put it in a group chat before, I don't know if anyone saw it, but Damson Idris as a villain would be fucking sick. If they do it, I don't know if they will. That'd be sick. Like Damson Idris against David Johnson in a Black Panther 3.
It's so
you have Denzel Washington in there as well.
Yeah, it's so good for British talent.
Yeah.
So good. We've like people that have listened and watched our pod since the start. We regularly talk about David Johnson. Luke absolutely loves him, and rightly so. Like even stuff that like we've watched that we're not like huge fan of. I think me and Eccy are sort of in the minority where with Wasteman we're like it's all right, but David Johnson and Tom Blythe are incredible in it.
Yeah, the performance.
And we want to see him in bigger projects. And the same with Long Walk. I know that a lot of people think Long Walk's like a nigh on perfect film, and we're like, it's really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
So to see him get something this big, I also felt quite emotional seeing him walk out on stage where he still looks really humble. Like it's a massive announcement and stuff, and he's playing a really big character, and he just comes out and he's like, "Thank you," and he almost looks like not embarrassed, but he just looks really humble, and I just think that it's an amazing opportunity for an amazing young British actor. It's very, very cool.
Yeah,
I remember watching him like the first 2 seasons of Industry, and this is I want to say like 2020, 2021, something like that. So he's like kind of not much done, recognition wise, and he's so good in Industry. And he always does that like smile, like the small smile face, like a smirk. And it's like every time I think about him, such that icon image. And I think like if an actor has that power of doing like a certain facial expression or like a certain performance, and it sticks in your head, I think they're going to go a long way. And the fact he's done it in like his breakout, and he's carried it on to Alien, Long Walk, Wasteman, and now to Black Panther 3, I think he's just going to be phenomenal in the film.
I wonder how they're going to... Sorry.
No, I was saying he's got a massive lineup of films. Obviously, like you've got the Frank Ocean film he's doing. Then you've got the film that he's doing with Gracie Abrams. The other one he's doing with Cooper Hoffman. Then you've got Alien Romulus 2, which I'm excited for because I think Alien Romulus 1 had the issue of copying Alien 1. Or like a fresh director. I feel like like Kaylee Spaney and David Johnson have been really good in like a Romulus 2. But yeah, I think he's going to smash it. Like you're doing like fucking Black Panther 3, taking over like T'Challa basically in a way. Like I think he'll do a good job. I don't think he's literally. I think he's perfect. Literally perfect casting.
What I was going to say was that I wonder how they're going to do, like the fact that he's playing T'Challa's son, like with the whole timeline thing, because it's apparently like Shuri's still meant to be in it, so it's like I wonder how this is all going to work. But
my idea is at the end of Secret Wars, some timelines go back to normal, like Tobey Maguire's, but then some characters are stuck in the MCU timeline, like the X-Men characters. Like I think Sharon Tatum's Gambit. I think they're not going to just make that. They've made it a one-off and then they've done it again. I think he's going to be permanent.
Yeah.
And I think maybe in Secret Wars, David Johnson plays T'Challa's son, obviously older now in like a different timeline, and he's just stuck in the main one now.
Yeah.
I think with Secret Wars, there's so much they could do. It's just they're going to do some multiverse bullshit and then cut it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's like, I think what I'm kind of glad about is, I think Marvel, since like the MCU since Endgame, kind of fallen into like how people describe it as like woke and inclusive and stuff like that. And I think like they've kind of, it's one of them where they have kind of like differentiated from what people loved about Marvel, but like instead of like where like everyone was fuming about Black Panther 2 is it Shuri taking over like T'Challa. Like I feel like it's big shoes for Phil, and I don't think she's a strong enough actor or character in the MCU for take over that role. And I think she is more of like the comedic relief in Black Panther 1. And I think they should have maybe left Black Panther 2. And like, even though it's a decent film, I don't think
it's a tribute, isn't it? It's a tribute.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like with the lineup of what they're doing, like Ghost Rider and Black Panther 3, and doing that with David Johnson, him taking that lead role, I think they might be taking the right step into doing the right films. I feel like they kind of stepped away and did films what no one really cares about and characters what no one really cares about. Straight after Endgame, when you're losing some major characters, it's really hard. Like giving us the Marvels, and no one really cares about any character in specific. They're not like they're bad, but it's just like no one really cares that much. Then you give us Eternals, and no one really cares, and you're putting a lot of characters back in to fill major spaces where really they should have led with, right, we've just lost Iron Man. We need to get some big characters into the MCU to fill these shoes. So like Fantastic Four maybe should have been done a little bit earlier. Ghost Rider maybe done a little bit earlier. Moon Knight maybe should have been a film instead of a TV show. And I feel like that's where they've kind of lost people.
I wonder what they're going to do with the whole Eternals thing, actually, because their story was meant to continue and meant to be like, obviously, half of them are they're scattered. One half's here, the other half's there. And like we've heard nothing about them for ages, and I'm pretty sure Harry Styles came out like recently and said like he's not interested anymore.
He's done about 9,000 shows at Wembley since his post-credit scene and that.
Exactly.
So
it's like, I wonder what they're going to eventually do with that. But yeah, obviously the plans changed, especially with the whole Kang thing. So
I'd like to see the Black Panther come into it. Like that's the only thing. Not Black Panther. Black Knight come into it. I think that's the most interesting character for coming to Eternals. So I think he's maybe the only one we'll see, especially with him meeting up with Blade at the end. It makes sense for them to carry on into Secret Wars or whatever.
Yeah, I think except from him, the most interesting characters in that film they killed off.
Which one?
What's his name? Icarus. I think Icarus was probably the most interesting character in that. And I think it's a boring that obviously flew too close to the sun, literally, like. But
they did that in the zombie show. I think he does go into the sun and he comes back as like a zombified version.
Yeah, so basically just admitting he's dead then.
An episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 announcements, which one are you guys most excited about?
Black Panther 3.
Yeah, announcement-wise, Black Panther 3. I think genuinely the most excited I got from the entire like SDCC weekend was just that they shown Doom's suit. It looks fucking so sick. I think it's the best designed new suit we've had in a very long time. I've not been excited for a film looking at a suit reveal like that since I couldn't even tell you when.
I know we was all excited for Brand New Day. Is it Brand New Day? Spider-Man's new one. That suit's sick. But like Doomsday was just like, whoa, that is a sick villain. I think that's another issue. Like with Kang was not a big enough step for tech after Thanos. I feel like they should have gone into the Doom stuff straight away. Like the Kang Dynasty never would have been. Like what was it, Quantumania, where you saw all the Kangs? Like that, I'm so glad that never happened.
Yeah, they wasted. To be honest, after Quantumania and how poor of a film that is as well. Like they put it felt like they put all their eggs in one basket with that film because they teased him in obviously Loki, and He Who Remains is really, really fucking cool.
Yeah.
But then it's like, all right, we're going to introduce the actual Conqueror now, and like the Conqueror in full evil, and also kill him off in Quantumania. His like comic accurate suit and blah 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 as the main bad of the Kangs, and then you waste it in that shit.
Yeah.
I only ever watched Quantumania once, and this really shows how much of a fatigue I had with the films. But was that actually Kang the Conqueror? Because did he have like the blue face and everything like that?
Yeah. It was it wasn't a blue face. It was like a blue like shield, wasn't it? That made the blue face.
He was like
kind of
Kang the Conqueror, but then at the end, the post-credit scene, they showed the Council of Kangs.
Yeah.
And the Council of Kangs referred to him, didn't they?
Yeah, they referred to him as like the one that we don't talk about or something.
The Conqueror, they called him. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is so rogue, I think.
Out of the four, what are you excited for, Alex?
Part of me really wants to say Ghost Rider, and it's mainly because I do like Ryan Gosling. But Black Panther also sounds incredibly cool. So to be honest, I'm probably gonna go for that one. But I think it would have been Ghost Rider if, in the nicest way possible, it wasn't Sean Levy. But
literally.
Yeah. That would easily be my answer if it weren't Sean Levy directing. 100%.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna go with Ghost Rider as well, but the Sean Levy of it all just puts a down on it all.
He might do a really good job, but based off previous experience.
Again, it's a massive punt in it, especially like, obviously, is it next year Starfighter, isn't it? Yeah, next year Starfighter. Imagine that comes out and it's shit, and it's obviously both of them two together, and you're like, all right.
See, if that's Boss, then Ghost Rider, I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's shit.
I know we joked when Kester said it, but if Feige's seen it and he liked it enough to do them two again in his film, it must be somewhat decent.
You hope so.
I don't know. It's like you look at like all the shit what's been coming out for the last 6 years, and he's been ticking that off, hasn't he? So it's like,
whoa, man!
Even appeared in fucking She-Hulk.
It's just like, oh yeah, he said it's good. Yeah, well, look at all fucking shit we've been watching for 6 years.
Never doubt Feige. Come on.
Well,
just like you did with Nolan, never doubt him.
Oh, never doubted Nolan.
We're gonna do an MCU draft now. There's 37 films, so I thought we'd do 5 each. We'll start with Eccy, then it'll be Joe, then it'll be Alex, and then me, and then I'll do another one, and then Eccy will do 2 again. Caterpillar order. Or snake order. I don't know what it is. Too many animals. Bugs.
I am obviously going to pick Infinity War.
And I am obviously going to pick Endgame.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Okay. I'm going to go with the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great pick.
And then...
Oh, yeah.
No, me again. Sorry. I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Bastard.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
It's my guy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go the first Iron Man.
Oh,
I'm going to go Spider-Man No Way Home.
There's my top ones gone. I'm going to go Black Panther. And then I'm going to go Thor Ragnarok.
Good shout. I'm going to go with... Captain America Civil War.
Oh, you prick. I am going to go for... You know what? I'm going to go Age of Ultron.
Oh, you slag. That was going to be my sleeper pick.
Right. I'm going to go with the first Avengers. And this one's, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna go with Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You can have that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, but
liked what?
I
I
like-
liked to.
I think I might be one of the few people who like really enjoys it.
Fucking shit.
I
man.
really like to. What the fuck? Okay. I am. Has anyone said Guardians 3?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna say Shang-Chi.
Good pick.
I'm going to go with Captain America: First Avenger. I think it is well overhated. I think it's a proper
Agreed.
I think it's shit.
good. Do you? I really like the
I
first
hate
one.
it. I hate Captain America 1.
I don't even have
I
that.
That's
really
why I've got
like
my
it.
last 2 picks. I'm gonna go Doctor Strange, and I'm gonna go Ant-Man.
Oh, you fuck! I like the first Ant-Man. That was mine.
You talk to me about having Guardians 2. You can have those two as well.
Yeah, there's nothing else. Everything else is shit.
No, there aren't. There's loads of films.
Right, you tell me because I've got a list here.
Right.
No, don't tell him yet.
Yeah, tell you.
There's not loads though, is there?
No, there isn't.
Oh, at this point, where do I go? Yeah, there isn't loads. I think it's between 2, so I'll go with Thunderbolts. Solid.
You cunt.
Whoa! Language.
Language.
What do I go for now? I am going to say. Has anyone said Far From Home?
No.
No, because it's shit.
I don't mind it, but I'm gonna go with that. I think.
Okay. And for my final pick, I'm gonna go with Fantastic Four: First Steps.
It's shit.
Yeah, to be fair though, have you seen what's left?
The other 3 films I got written down: Doctor Strange 2, Iron Man 3, Wakanda Forever.
Iron Man 3 is slept on. I didn't even think of Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. I was like, I'd have Iron Man 3 and Black Panther 2. Like, I'd take that over Fantastic Four.
And the first Thor, I think, is overhated. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Okay, Eccy, you want to say your 5 and then same order again?
Yeah, so I've got Infinity War, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange 1, and Ant-Man 1.
Solid. I've got Endgame, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Civil War, Captain America: First Avenger, and Thunderbolts.
I didn't write these down, so I forgot my second one. But it was The Winter Soldier. I got Shang-Chi, Age of Ultron, Far From Home. I can't remember what my second one was.
Iron Man.
That was it. Yeah, the first Iron Man.
That's a good film, to be fair. And for me, I got the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, Avengers 1, and Fantastic Four.
I'd say it's between me and Joe because we both got 3 heavy ones, and then the last 2 are like kind of whatever you like.
I'd probably go with Joe because I just think Ant-Man not that great of a film compared to like what was your last choice, Joe? Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. We got that as a 4, haven't we?
Ant-Man's better than Thunderbolts.
Nah, it ain't.
I think they're on par, to be honest.
I'd rather watch a film where they use therapy to defeat the villain than Ant-Man. Even with Thomas in that film, I'm going to go with Thunderbolts.
I'm a Michael Douglas Glazer, to be fair. So
Ant-Man's well better.
So we're going to move on to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, it's going to be released the same day that this podcast is going to be released. So I assume we're going to watch it Wednesday, right? Yep. So we'll be watching it in 8 hours' time since this episode released. Very exciting stuff. So we're going to say most of it for the next episode, but I do want to touch on some like precursor elements. For example, Jean Grey, Sadie Sink. Did we think she's playing Jean Grey? I think so. I think it's really obvious.
I think there's a reason why they've included an X-Men villain into the villains of this film, and and it has to be because they've got an X-Men in it, and the only one I can think of is Jean Grey. So yeah,
she's definitely Jean Grey. I think like they've done a pretty woeful job at this point of like if they're trying to hide it, they're not really hiding it. I mean, the fact that everyone thinks that she's Jean Grey and that's like the only toy that they've not released. Like they did the same with Hulk for a bit where they were like, oh, is Hulk going to be in it or is it going to be Grey Hulk and blah, blah, blah. And then they've literally just gone, fuck it, there you go. And if like they were rumored at the same time, it's like, I think it's pretty much nailed on at this point that she's Jean Grey.
Plus, we have insider information and it is Jean Grey.
Do we? Hang on a second, do we?
Yes.
I read a leak a while ago, and I don't know if it's going to be true anymore because they've changed a lot of it. But I guess that goes into the next one. We're talking about theories. I honestly think he's going to die at the end.
Who?
Spider-Man.
Do you?
Because I think it's the perfect way to set up the symbiote suit.
I think this is a symbiote film, secretly. That's what I think the thing is, Yeah. Unless they're going to do Brand New Day is like the ending, and that's the Brand New Day. And that he's resurrected by the symbiote, maybe.
Yeah, because he's a symbiote in Secret Wars, isn't he?
Yeah. I think it'd be a perfect sense.
So it'd be, for end it, him doing that, it'd make sense.
Imagine in Secret Wars, Toby sees Tom Holland with the symbiote, and they have a conversation about it all.
Yeah.
Can you imagine they could do a joke about how I went through a bad time in my life? I loved jazz at that time.
He just goes up to Zendaya and goes, should we find her some shade? Hot legs.
Find her some shade, hot legs.
Then Storm just goes like that. Makes it clean.
I think the fact the film's 2 hours 20, 2 hours 40 as well. They said it's going to be like a detective mystery movie. There's gonna, like you said, I think there's a lot of elements that they've not shown off, and I think the symbiote suit is definitely one of them.
I'd love to see it personally.
Yeah.
I like trailers usually like spoil like part of the action in the final section of the film.
They've not shown
off. When I see the trailer, nothing in that trailer shouts out final sequence.
No, I think all of it looks like pretty early, except from the Hulk stuff they've shown off recently. I think everything else is probably right at the start of the film, like when he's like on his phone, falling off the edge, like goes to that house party, like that interaction with Frank. I can imagine that's like right at the start. Even the Scorpion stuff looks like it's probably in the first 10, 15.
Start with that scene in Glasgow, where they're swinging through the streets. I think that'll be start to the thing, and then lead that with Punisher. I feel like that's going, like you said, it's got to be the opening. And then I think stuff with Scorpion's going to be in the middle.
We've seen that swinging bit, right? The video.
Yeah.
So it ends where like they're going after that convoy, and it looks like that's that Frank scene, in the car.
So that's where it'll open then.
It kind of looks like that. I think.
What about the hand? Actually, thinking about it.
Oh, true. Yeah, good point.
What hand?
Because when he's in the prison,
the hand. They're the ninjas.
Oh, right.
Talking about like Tramiel Tillman plays the mutant bad guy.
Yeah.
I think he just hires the hand as like an external use of what's the organization? Department of Justice?
Department of Damage Control.
Yeah, so I think he just uses the hand as like an external thing to hire.
Yeah. Have you seen they're also kind of teasing Mr. Negative a little bit as well?
Yeah.
Seen that? Zendaya wore like a black and white suit, like literally a Mr. Negative suit, basically. I think.
Well, I was talking to Leah about it because she mentioned about the black. She was saying that basically she wore black to everything. Obviously, it's like kind of like mourning, so it's like the death. And then when I think she went to China, their mourning color is white, so she wore white to that one. So a lot of people think it's to do with mourning, like maybe Spider-Man does die. So that's why she's been wearing black. Because Thingy did the same, didn't she? Millie Bobby Brown did it for the Stranger Things. She wore black to like everything kind of like mourning her character.
No, it's just more in her career, mate.
No, Holmes 3.
Yeah. What else I was going to talk about?
Unless Zendaya dies, that'd be because obviously she'll be mourning her character.
Ned, fucking Ned can die.
Yeah, CEO of sex.
I think they don't show much of the third act as well because of this Jean Grey thing, and I think it's a good thing, not showing much of the end.
That's what you want.
No, I think they've done themselves dirty in Spider-Man films, MCU wise. Anyway, previously, like I think it was Homecoming, wasn't it, where they showed like a scene with Iron Man flying and Spider-Man swinging with him. Obviously, it's not in it.
They loved the trailer misdirect back then. Like, remember the Infinity War trailer, Hulk at Wakanda?
Yeah. So
yeah,
and then you had the just thinking of like obviously they cut stuff out in trailers. Like I know No Way Home when he jumps at the three villains, and it was obvious that the two other Spider-Mans were there. I think Daredevil is definitely going to be in No Way Home, in Brand New Day. Sorry, 100%. I think he's going to break him out of prison, or he's going to go and speak to him in prison, or save him in prison. I think that's what's going to happen. 100%.
They filmed loads of prison stuff.
Yeah, and then they'll lead into Daredevil in the new season of that as well, because obviously he needs to be out of prison for that.
Because they filmed it. Where was it to? In Basingstoke, they filmed in Basingstoke for a few weeks, and that was all prison stuff, and that was like it looked like a prison breakout, basically.
Yeah,
they're not being funny, like unless it's like villains breaking out, like Scorpion breaking out, maybe, or some other stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Daredevil's been arrested at this point, isn't he?
Yeah,
so that's what that is going to lead into him breaking out of prison, 100%.
Initially, I've been
like, they announced Claire Temple had scenes.
Oh yeah, and they cut him out, haven't
they?
Yeah, I did see that this morning.
Obviously, it could be like a Punisher thing, but she's more associated with Daredevil at this point.
I'd also argue Luke Cage. She had a fair amount of screen time in the Luke Cage series.
Do you think Luke Cage is in the Spider-Man movie?
Not in the Spider-Man film, but like.
So exactly what's your point?
This is what I mean.
I thought
the first appearance in the MCU or like the Netflix shows was in Daredevil.
Yeah, true. Never mind. Ignore me. I misheard what you said. But I am right. She had a fair bit of screen time in Luke Cage, and apparently, well, we're gonna get a bit more Luke in season 3 of Daredevil, I think, as well, aren't we? So, yeah. Sidetrack. Sorry, guys.
We'll do a quick question to finish off this segment because, like I said, I don't want to really talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day that much. Who's the best Spider-Man? And if it's not Tom Holland, do you think this film has the potential to make him your favorite?
Nope.
There is nothing what Tom Holland could do to beat Tobey Maguire in a million years, and I don't think there's anything any Spider-Man could do, to be honest.
Yeah.
If this Spider-Man is on par with like how Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse is, like rating wise, do you not even think that?
Nope. I just that trilogy is so good, and it's not like I think it's such a generic and like baseless comment where people go, "Oh, Tom Holland's the best of both. Andrew's the best at this, and this." But I think people just say it without like any meaning behind it, or even like believing what they say. Because if you watch that first trilogy, Toby is by far the best. I don't care what people say. I think Andrew Garfield is unlucky because those films are shit. I don't think he's particularly like amazing in any department, really. I think the best he is at Spider-Man is when he's first become Spider-Man and he's got that cocky thing that kind of reminds you of Spider-Man in the comics, where he's like a bit of back chatty to like different people and stuff. That bit's great, but I think the rest of it's pretty shit. I just think Toby is by far and wide the best, and those films are the best. So whether like you see Tom Holland as a better Spider-Man, perhaps, maybe, fair enough, but there's nothing that's beating those 3 films. Nothing.
Okay.
This is
say your
He's going to say Andrew Garfield. It's just going to make me want to
look at his face.
No. So I started smirking when Joe said about like, the whole Toby Maguire's Spider-Man's perfect as this, and then etc. etc. But that is because that is my genuine standpoint on it. I think whilst they're all both really good on both sides of things, other than Andrew Garfield, which I'll get in a second. I think Tobey is a incredible Peter Parker. I think his Spider-Man is great. And yeah, I think with Andrew Garfield, I really like his Spider-Man because, like Joe said about how he's kind of cocky when he first gets it, but as well, if you look at the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man 2, I know it's not the best Spider-Man film, but he's throwing quips, taking the piss out of people as he's like doing whatever he's doing, and he gives you such a big reminder of what he's like in the comics, which is what I genuinely think that he is a very, very good Spider-Man. But his Peter Parker in general is not the best at all. In fact, it's the worst out of all of them. And it's literally just because of they make him into this guy that you kind of think for the time of the film would have been considered cool, like skateboarding and like the way he's dressed and all of that jazz. It's like if you look at Peter Parker in the comics, he's a nerd who wears a V-neck sweater and a pair of glasses, like what the fuck is he doing? But if you look at Tom Holland, in no way, shape, or form do I think he's like perfect at absolutely everything. I just do think he has a good mixture of both. With Tom Holland, like you get the nerdy bit aside of him, whilst yes, he's still trying to be a little bit cool. You get the little bit of a nerdy thing with him, and with his Spider-Man, again, he's throwing the quips, whatever. I just think the whole thing that takes Tom Holland down is that basically the Stark tech for me. I fucking hate it. Why why did they give him like, you can make a suit in the back of Tony Stark's jet? Like, no, fuck off. Like,
but the thing is though, like for instance, we never got the origin story with Tom Holland like we did with Garfield and Maguire. So it's kind of like you've kind of lost that nerdy side of him beforehand. And obviously, like, he's still Peter Parker. He is clever. So obviously, like, him using the technology and stuff is showing that he is clever and Far From Home. And like, I do agree. I am someone who thinks the Stark tech is too much. But it's one of them where Tom Holland and Spider-Man's limited to being in the MCU, and there's literally nothing you can do about it.
It's been stiffed over by the story.
Yeah, it's a very, very different Spider-Man than we used to. So it's kind of one where you can't really compare it because it's a completely different. All the other Spider-Man was in their own universes. Didn't have anyone else. So I don't think it's that much of an issue, even though, again, I don't like it. I am someone who thinks I do think of the negative side of it. And like all this, like Tony Stark Jr. stuff and Iron Man Jr. stuff. But it's one of them where it's for Tom Holland Spider-Man, it is character development for him as well, where like in Far From Home, he's lost he's like his mentor and he has to kind of rediscover himself. And then obviously you go into No Way Home, and obviously he's like, because of the outcome of Far From Home, he's kind of trying to juggle everybody knowing. And then now we're getting this whole new side of him where nobody knows and he is on his own. And then I know we've got Hulk and stuff, but it is in the MCU, so there's literally nothing you can really do about it. Like, it'd be weird if it was in the MCU and basically it was the Avengers and no one else in the universe showed up. You'd think, okay, where's Punisher? Where's Daredevil? Where's like this person?
Yeah. I think that's why it's frustrating, because like in a Spider-Man film, they cameo fest it. But then like what we were saying about Hawkeye and stuff, where situations he should show up in, he doesn't. So that's why it's annoying.
It's kind of like, what can you really do? He is the MCU Spider-Man. So he is like, you can't really fault it in a way.
It's just they lean too heavy into it, and for the fact that it's over 3 films to kind of finally give him like a semi-origin, basically.
Yeah,
it's just frustrating because like even like Far From Home, you say about like how he's lost his mentor and stuff. He's still at the start of the film given a pair of glasses that can literally do anything for him, what he wants. And like shit like that, it's like
but then it's like kind of, you can understand that he's got too much pressure because he is still just a kid, you know what I mean? And he's like trying to again find Gyllenhaal as that mentor.
And and like in Homecoming and like Civil War, like you lose that development of like one of my favorite scenes in any of the Spider-Mans is in the first Tobey Maguire one, where he's obviously gone to the wrestling in that shitty t-shirt and pair of gloves or whatever, literally homemade, and then he designs his suit himself and then makes his suit. And we literally have had to wait 4 films of Tom. Well, no, 6 technically with the Infinity War and Endgame for him to do that, because he's had his homemade suit, and then Tony's like, this is what you can have. And then you've got Iron Spider and all this sort of stuff, just CGI shit through 5 films. And then finally, in a little snippet of his ass jumping out of a window, is when we get to see him in like a new suit. So I just think it's frustrating that it's taken that long, but it makes sense because it's within this universe. But hopefully, this is basically like a reset.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was trying to say, because like, whilst it makes sense that yes, he's gonna have Stark tech, yes, he's gonna have like things that are gonna be linked to other characters in the MCU, like that's naturally gonna happen. I just think that, like the Iron Spider suit, for example, I think that whilst yes, in the comics it was given to him by Tony Stark, yada yada yada. I do think for having that so early on in the films itself, I think that was a bit like, okay, right, sure. And that's my kind of thing with it. I think overall, to like answer the question, I think for overall as a good mixed bag, like at the minute, I'd say it would be Toby. But I do think that now that we've got Tom Holland, with the little bit more of, for example, the PS4 sort of, if any of you play the PS4 game, we've got that sort of feeling with it. I genuinely think that he does have the space that he could become probably one of the best, or well, the best Spider-Man. For me, anyway. Obviously, you guys grew up with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I was a bit young for it. I don't think I watched it until I was about 7. So yeah, but it's one of those.
I think it's been for me as well, but I'm not one of those people to just roll out that Tom Holland might actually be my favorite after this film as well.
Yeah,
to be honest though, it's one of them where even if that said this film, say it is a 5-star, I've got two of Toby's at a 5-star, so straight away he's not beating him, and I don't feel like Tom Holland will do Spider-Man for much longer. Like I feel like we'll go get him in this, probably get him in Secret Wars or Doomsday or whatever. And then I feel like it is going to be like a Miles Morales type stuff. I feel like that's the next step in like Tom Holland teaching, like Peter teaching the new Spider-Man. I feel like that's the other way forward. And then being kind of like an older lead. And I feel like even from like a Tom Holland standpoint, even though he obviously loves playing Spider-Man, I feel like, especially with like making the Odyssey, and he's doing what's the biopic he's doing? Fred Astaire. I think, especially like, I feel like he's going to want to take that more serious route, I feel, in his career.
Yeah.
So I feel like being Spider-Man is limiting him. And I could just see him, like, look at what Andrew Garfield's done off the back of Spider-Man. Like, he's become one of the most praised actors working today. If you see him in anything, you're like, oh, fucking hell, Andrew Garfield's in this. And like, I feel like that's what Tom Holland will want to do.
To be honest as well, like with this Secret War stuff with Tobey Maguire, there could well be plans for not like another Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire film, but like say they kill off Tom Holland Spider-Man and Miles Morales comes in. If they do this like universe merging, Tobey Maguire could be like the parental figure Spider-Man. I think I could genuinely see that sort of happening.
Yeah, because he's not really doing much.
What does he do?
But I feel like if they do that, that's just like the Flash all over again, with them trying to make Michael Keaton the Batman. And obviously the cancelled Batgirl film. That makes no sense logically. But I will say, if we was talking about the Iron Spider suit, I'm going to assume all of you hate it.
I just think it looks crap. I like the idea of it, but I think it looks so CGI.
I can understand why he gets it in the Avengers film, because it makes sense for him to get this Avengers suit. And then, obviously, straight off the back of Avengers Endgame, he doesn't really have it in in Far From Home, does he? He just has his normal...
He has it at the start, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be Spider-Man in Europe." And
it's like he kind of gets rid of that, which I'm glad about, because he doesn't need his Avengers suit for this. And then obviously in Far From Home he has it, but then obviously Doc Ock needs to Doc Ock to control him. So I feel like they have done a good job of, because obviously he still owns his suit. I think they've done a good job of him not taking his suit everywhere with him.
I only mentioned it because I've got some insider information. So Tobey Maguire in Doomsday, if the intro's true, he filmed it without the Spider-Man suit because they had to rush it and they didn't have it in time. So he filmed it all in motion cap suit. And there's two theories. Obviously, the normal Tobey Maguire suit. And the second theory is after visiting Tom Holland, seeing the Iron Spider suit, Tobey Maguire makes his own Iron Spider suit. And he fights Wolverine with that on.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he wouldn't even have the technology. I think it's like completely different, unless he was fit the suit with.
But then Doc Ock's gone back, and he with and he's had
because he doesn't
brain sorted out, and he.
It's one of them where
I would say out of the three Spider-Mans, he's the smartest one as well.
Yeah.
He does
it all he does it all himself.
He's one of them as well. Where but I mean, just the technology, the bit of technology created from previous people. That's Tony Stark and that. But it's one of them. You know that after No Way Home, does that change Maguire's universe in that Green Goblin and Doc Ock never died?
Yeah.
But that would totally change.
Well, it'd be funny actually, the Green Goblin one, because he fixes him. Because they say that they fix him. It'd be interesting when it goes back. It'd be really funny if they like all of their brain chemistries and stuff got fixed, and then they went back to that exact moment before they died, and fucking Norman Osborn goes, "Oh my god, Pete!"
That meme where it comes back. It's like, no, stop, and
But I think Doc Ock got
drowned
just before he drowns. Obviously, he comes to realization and sacrifices himself. But when he gets transported into the No Way Home timeline, he's still like as a proper baddie, isn't he? And he doesn't. He knows it's Peter at that point. So it must. I don't know. Yeah,
exactly. Unless Tobey, it could be where when Doomsday could be when Tobey Maguire goes back, his whole world would be different because Harry Osborn would still be alive. It probably wouldn't be with MJ because after Green Goblin, like certain things wouldn't have happened. Like all the villains would be completely nothing would have happened. Like after Green Goblin, the whole universe would be different.
Maybe that's why they've got to eliminate his timeline because it's become an incursion after what happened.
Yeah, that probably makes sense because it is a bit weird. And then even with Andrew Garfield's one, like obviously Gwen Stacy's dad wouldn't have died, and then Electro would have been fixed, so Gwen wouldn't be dead in his universe. So again, that's another incursion.
And then again, I don't care about those films, so
yeah, but it's part of the episode.
No, but that's a good idea. Because I think that's why they're fighting at the start of Doomsday, because his universe, Tobey Maguire's, is an incursion on the X-Men's, and they're basically trying to blow it up.
Yeah,
that'd be a good idea actually. Like them fixing them is the problem.
Yeah,
I do find this whole thing incursion and destroying timelines quite interesting because the whole thing about Loki season 2 was just allowing every universe just to live on. Because obviously he holds on to all the branches of the timeline. It just sits there in his sort of throne. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Loki at the end of that now, now that they're destroying timelines.
Doomsday, won't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's the reason Steve finds that timeline with Peggy.
That would make sense.
That's why he has a card in the trailer.
What trailer?
The trailer, Loki card with TVA on it.
Yeah,
and it's Steve
it's in Steve's house.
Oh, is that in the most recent? In the one that came out 2 weeks ago?
In the first one.
Yeah. I do remember. Yeah, I'm just wondering what they would do with him because if they're getting rid of timelines, like you'd think that Loki would be there trying to stop it, wouldn't you? But I think
Doom probably just absorb him.
Just kill him.
Everyone.
I think this is my thing. Like when you mentioned earlier on about Franklin, like and him trying to like absorb Franklin's powers, I kind of think that if he controls time, then he could just kind of just eliminate Franklin's existence anyway. So it's like, would he really need Franklin's powers?
No, but I mean, I think it's more to do with that Franklin himself is like, you know how they tried to make like those Omega characters, or whatever it was called at the time. Like Franklin's gonna be like one of those, so like you can't really just delete him.
Well, yeah, Franklin's like an Omega level mutant.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, I don't know if any of you know about these like comic lore, but like he is fucking insane of his powers. Like the guy is quite literally God. Like, yeah, you can just come up with a like thought in his mind and just create it. Like, if you think of another world, just being like, oh, I wonder what this, like, this planet would be cool with a couple of, I don't know, Mars would look cool with trees. There you go, done. Just a thought.
Yeah,
Why has that gone into your head?
I don't know. It's just a thought because that's what he can do. Like, he's just mental.
I was saying, like, some characters they said in timelines are like key figures, and if they die, like the timeline dies. And they said Tom Holland Spider-Man was one.
Oh, true. Well, anchor beings or whatever it was called.
Anchor being, yeah. Tom Holland dies, and that causes incursion.
True.
Yeah.
There is a lot of ways they can go with it. Just as long as it's just not like.
It's funny how we're theorising all this stuff, right? And it'd just be funny if it's just like a proper wank story. Like,
That's what I mean.
Swinging in the distance.
What if this and this? And, what if this and this? And then they've just gone, shit, we didn't think about that.
Yeah, they all go, oh no, because Stan Lee was the anchor being and he's dead.
I think there could be some bullshit with MJ remembering, even though, like, if she remembers, the whole world blows up.
Yeah,
but bullshit. That's why I wanted the one before they started filming. I wanted it without MJ and Ned.
So did I.
Because I think the whole like concept of them remembering or any sort of relationship dynamic.
Weren't they supposed to be fucking off to like MIT anyway?
Yeah,
this is after it.
Oh, is this?
Oh yeah, they're doing a time jump, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to open up like a montage. I've heard.
Right.
Yeah, like
is that going to be the montage of all the comic book strips? What they've been teasing? Right, okay, makes sense.
It's like when the trailer has like Scorpion in the winter suit or whatever.
Yeah.
And then obviously the other Scorpion fights later on.
Yeah, I think that'll be about halfway through the film.
So I've got the second game. Guess the Spider-Man movie from the Letterboxd average rating. I think this will be surprising. Some of the films for some of you. I'm quite surprised when I wrote them down. There's 6 films. So for you guys, first, whoever gets the most correct gets the point. One film, 1 point, you know. So I'm going to say...
Are we buzzing in?
Yes. Just shout out your name. Or you want to come up with a funny Spider-Man sound effect as a buzzer?
Web.
Whip.
Pizza.
Pizza time.
Actually, you know what? That's a good one. All right, your buzzer is a quote from a Spider-Man movie.
Pizza time.
Okay.
All right, have you got one ready? Make sure it's different.
That's pizza time.
All right, Eccy's is pizza time. Joe, what's yours?
Good pie.
Peter Tingle.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
My bad. That's a good one. All right, the first film. I'll let you know. There's 3 films of this average rating. If you get all 3, I'll give you 2 points. But if you only get 1, I'll give you a point. Whoever calls in first. The average rating is a 3.9.
Pizza time.
All right, Eccy. You can go for all 3 or 1.
I'll go for them all.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go Spider-Man 1. No Way Home. And not Spider-Man 3. I'll go Amazing Spider-Man.
You are incorrect.
Good pie.
Okay, Joe.
Far From Home, Spider-Man 1, and Homecoming.
No, you got them wrong.
All wrong.
If you're going for all 3, I'll let you know at the end after you said them all.
Okay.
And it has to be all 3 correct. You
Okay.
got all 3 incorrect. Well, not all 3 incorrect, but that's order incorrect.
Right, pizza time. I'll go with
Okay.
Spider-Man 1 just for 1 point.
Okay, that's 1 point for Eccy.
Goodbye.
Joe?
Far From Home. 1 point.
No, you got it incorrect.
Alex.
Pizza and goal.
I'm going to let you... No, one of you's got one film already. You have to go for all three now.
Oh, fuck.
You can go for one. You haven't done a guess yet.
Yeah.
I am gonna go for The Amazing Spider-Man 1.
No, that's incorrect.
I thought you were going to say no. That shit.
Pizza time.
Okay.
Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
No Way Home. Far From Home.
Incorrect.
Oh, that's what you said before.
That's what I said, yeah.
I nearly went Homecoming. I should have gone
Goodbye.
You want me to tell you the three?
No, goodbye.
All right, Joe.
Spider-Man 1, 2, Far From Home.
No, 2 must be high. 2 must be higher on that box.
It should be, but people are stupid.
No, I'm guessing it's higher.
I give up. Bad
You
pipe.
Piece of Time.
All right.
Spider-Man 1. Are the animated ones in here?
Yes.
Those. Oh, I thought you said it was just 6.
Right, okay.
No, I've got 6 films written down.
Oh, okay.
Got 6.
No, across
No,
the
six
Spider-Man
ratings.
are well higher anyway. Right, Spider-Man 1. Far From Home, Homecoming.
No.
Fuck.
Are they getting any of these right? Like, I know all three.
Pizza Time.
Right.
Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 1.
No. I'll just tell you. All right, I'll tell you now. Spider-Man 1, you got correct. No Way Home, someone said. Also correct.
Yeah, I've been saying that. So it's the other
Right. It's the third film. You're
Amazing
missing out.
Spider-Man 2. Pizza Time.
No.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No.
Pizza Time.
I'll tell you right now, because you're not going to get it. Because you've already mentioned it.
Oh, Pizza Time.
What?
And Into the Spider-Verse.
No.
Pizza Time Across the Spider-Verse.
No.
Pizza Time. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Pizza Time. Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Pizza Time, Homecoming.
Pizza Time. Civil War.
No.
Pizza Time Avengers.
No, I didn't even look at the Avengers and Civil War.
Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you now.
Goodbye, Homecoming.
No.
I said that one.
You're going to go through all of them except the one it is. Right,
Goodbye, Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2's got a
Fuck
3.9 average.
If
Oh,
you're watching this video and you have Spider-Man 2 anything less than a 4.5, you need smack it.
No, 5.
Yeah, it's a
Anything
5,
less
but 3.9 average. That is ridiculous. It's the best comic book movie.
I'm more surprised it's got the same rating as Spider-Man 1. I
Yeah,
think both are on par equally, but I think Spider-Man 1 definitely less favourable than 2.
Yeah. I can't believe you never said Spider-Man. I wouldn't accept it.
Oh my god. Alright, the next rating, there's 2 films. But this one I think might be a bit easier. It's a 3.2.
Pizza Time. Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No.
Pizza Time.
Goodbye.
I'm going to let the other 2 have a chance before you can come back in.
Goodbye.
Alright.
Homecoming, Spider-Man 3, TASM 2.
There's only 2 films. Well,
wait, you have to get rid of one.
Last 2, which is right. Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That is a joke that they're on
this. I could have said 3 answers.
That's a joke. They're on the same the same rating. That is mental.
Right, so Joe's on 2 points, Ecky's on 1, Kirster's not even buzzed in yet.
I have pushed him once, but I'm shit with letterbox ratings. I barely use it now.
Just guess.
We're just guessing. We don't see Eccy. Just
he said time about 1,000 times.
We got it wrong.
Right.
The next rating is just 1 film. It's a 3.6.
Pizza Time.
Right.
No Way Home.
No.
Fuck.
Goodbye.
Joe.
TASM 1.
You're correct. It is TASM.
That's a joke. That's higher than Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
That is only a 0.3 rating of Spider-Man 2.
It's a shit game.
All right, the next rating, 4.4.
Piece of time.
Okay. Thank you.
Shit, it's either across or into. Into.
Wrong.
Fuck!
Peter Single.
Kestis.
Across the Spider-Verse.
You are correct. It is Across the Spider-Verse.
Pity point.
I don't think
There
I
you
looked at
I got my
but
1 point.
Into's the same
I
rate.
I
think Into's at
contributed,
4.3.
guys.
Into might be a bit higher then.
Okay. The next film is a 3.4.
Pizza time.
Eku.
We've already ticked Amazing Spider-Man 1 off, haven't we? Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No.
Goodbye.
Joe.
Far from home.
Yep. It's far
I'm
from
not
home.
playing it. Shit, this game.
The last rating I have is a 3.5.
Pizza time. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No.
Get fucked.
Goodbye. Goodbye. We've had TASM 2, by the way. Just like
Oh, is
saying
it Amazing Spider-Man 1?
No, we've had that as well. Homecoming, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm so focused on saying pizza time. I don't even remember what fucking films we've said. This game shit.
The guy who's been on Letterboxd and longer than all of us.
And also has logged all, and also has
look at
logged
ratings.
has
Ask
also
me my
logged all
ratings,
of
then I'll fucking win, won't I?
I literally at the start when you said it was of letterbox ratings for Spider-Man film, I was like, "Wow, we're fucked then," because Eccy's watched them all in the last like 3 days.
I literally never ever look. I don't like because I don't go off any rating scale. I think they're all fucking bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
you literally listen to them scores and they're fucking bullshit. Only I know the real score.
3.9 for Spider-Man 1 and 2 is crazy.
The 5-star films.
I think it'll be a good game next week. Try and guess the film just off one of our ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'll put all
and Luke will throw his when we talk about the TASMs, Luke's gonna throw toys out of pram.
2 stars and he'll be like, fucking Eccy with Amazing Spider-Man.
It's not that bad, is it?
Yeah, it's just everything is shit apart from the outfits.
So that is the end of our episode talking about Spider-Man, the MCU, and what could be in the future. Honestly, I think today I've just been taking in how excited I am for Brand New Day because we're 3 days away now. Just give me more Spider-Man. So thanks to everyone that has been watching along and listening to us rant about the MCU. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, have you subscribed yet? If you haven't, there's a button you can press right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hit it.
Oh,
come on,
yeah.
Hit it with a...
Foot that shit.
And if you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure to give us a rating. Hopefully 5 stars, which is a lot more of a star rating than the TASM films.
Yeah, don't give us a 3.9, you fucking wasters.
But most importantly, with great power comes great responsibility. To check out our reviews on the Bunkhouse Critics website, you can check it out, bunkhousecritics.com, and you can also scan this QR code, and it'll take you directly there.
Well, hey.
And that's everything we've got to say about the MCU so far. Next episode, obviously, Brand New Day. I can't wait. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Goodbye, driver.
Bye.
Bye. It's really good pie.